Good morning, everyone. Hi, how we doing? It is Monday, and welcome to another live recording of the Successful Hairstylist podcast. I am Ren Lopa, the host, founder, creator of the Successful Hairstylist podcast and community, and the creator of the groundbreaking mentorship program luxury client method. So I'm so happy you're here. Congratulations on making time for yourself and your learning today. I couldn't be happier for you and to spend this time with you. So today we're talking about something that I have been seeing everywhere this week, and you probably have too, which is Instagram reach, okay? And what I've been seeing everywhere is that people are really complaining. They're saying the algorithm has changed. They're saying that their reach and engagement has completely dropped in the past 4 weeks. And I really want to talk about this and address this so that you guys can feel equipped to grow your reach in any economic climate, in any algorithm situation that's out there, because the truth is that we are way more in control than we think. We often try to give our power away to the elusive algorithm. We try to give our power away to Instagram. Instagram just isn't giving me what they used to give me, right? But how we need to approach this, how you're going to feel after this training, is you're going to know exactly how to make it happen for yourself, how to keep consistent organic engagement coming to your profile, getting those local dream clients coming to your page, seeing your content, and then booking with you. So that is what today is all about. Now, some of this came from what I was seeing everywhere, and I'm observing the landscape, right? I'm hearing what everybody's talking about. They're very upset about Instagram reach and the Instagram algorithm. But meanwhile, y'all, I ended up hitting 100K reach on Instagram from February 3rd to March 3rd. Okay, so just a little bit of proof for you guys. This was, let me just see. Hold on one second. So this was growth for me. I want to say, let me just pull this up. Sorry, I didn't have this ready, but this growth for me is pretty big. I have like the highest reach I've ever personally achieved as a national and international hairstylist educator, which is going to be different, is maybe 76,000. But so this was 138% growth for me. So if you guys can just see, 138% growth, 190% growth on accounts engaged, and then a 4% growth on total followers. So I'm going to show you guys like what I learned in doing this for my profile, and then how to really do this for your local businesses. As we know, if we are not getting new people to discover us, to come into our world, to learn about us, to engage with us, we are going to slowly be dying in our businesses, because naturally our clientele will get a little bit smaller every single year. Naturally, we'll lose some people. So we always need to be in that business building phase. I work with beauty professionals who are at the 12K month level, who still have a wait list and are consistently putting energy into making sure that they have new people finding them. Like, it's just an important part of growing and building a business. Okay, so what is Instagram reach? Like, let's just kind of start at the very beginning here. Now, Instagram reach is essentially how many people are laying eyes on your post, are actually seeing your content, getting your content out in front of them. And this is really important, of course, because we could spend so much time and energy, and we could be so brilliant at the content that we're making. But if we are not getting it in front of anybody, or anybody who will eventually work with us, we are really going to be struggling to grow our business. Marketing is only as effective as the eyes it gets in front of, right? So reach is all about getting in front of people, getting in front of the right people. And so we want to make this a priority. And the advice that I'm going to share today is kind of a step by step of how I want you to walk through this process. So what I did, I'm going to give you ways to do that on a local basis. One of my biggest pet peeves in the hair industry is that educators, national, international educators, will tell you exactly what they did and want you to replicate what they did. They're growing a different audience than you. They're not growing a local audience. They are growing a national audience. So I'm going to make sure all the advice that I'm giving you here is going to be like tailored for you so that you can actually see this growth with people who are going to pay you money, which is the entire point. Okay, so I have 3 tips for you on expanding your Instagram growth. I mean, your Instagram reach and growth over the next 30 days. And so let's go ahead and jump in. So, the very first thing that I did when I was making sure that Instagram reach, new followers, were a priority to me is I decided to collect some data. So, anytime we are looking to grow an area of our business, we need to start out in data collection. We need to start out with finding out what's working and not working currently. And this can be hard. Okay. So, I'm going to give you guys an example. I pulled up my insights to look and see which posts have the most reach, which post got me, the most followers for a post, which post had the highest engagement, all of that. You can find this in your insights or literally just scroll post by post and hit view insights. And as I was going through this, I could have taken it personal. Okay, right? Like we all have the opportunity to take something personal or to just understand it as it is and move forward, right? So the posts that were getting the lowest engagement on my page were actually selfies, photos of my friend and family, and kind of like things about my personal life. Okay, people on my account are there because they're hairstylists. They are hungry for knowledge and inspiration. They are hungry for content that they can share that helps them grow their business. And that is all the stuff that my page is about. So I could have said, F you, that's so mean, and then kept stubbornly doing what I know wasn't getting engagement, wasn't helping me grow my account and get in front of new people. Or I can say, hey, this isn't working. Let me try something else. So I went through my page and I looked at what are the top posts and how can I work on these. So that's really the first step. What are your top posts? Now, when you're looking at top posts, something very fascinating that happened with mine is I was sharing mine with my husband and I was like, hey, this is so interesting. Look, these are my top posts. And he says, oh, did you notice all of them are pink? And like genuinely, I didn't notice because I was so focused on the content of the post and kind of the style of the post that I didn't even notice all of my top engaged, reach, followers posts were all pink. So I want you guys to think beyond just, the content and the style and what it says. I want you to even think about color. Is there a common denominator there that you might be missing or that you didn't pick up on? Okay, so that's number one. We're just going to collect data. I personally think you could just take screenshots of the top performing ones, throw them in an album on your phone. I airdrop them onto my computer and put them into like a Google Doc just so that I could see them all there, and can do this every month and kind of see how it all relates to each other. But that's number one. Look at your insights. What are your top performing posts? A lot of you out there, your top performing posts might be your more personal posts. A lot of people who get their hair done love connecting with the hairstylist. You guys are the beauty influencers. I always try to remind you that. And so your clients, a lot of them love to see your personal style. They love to see what you're up to, what events you're going to, right? Like they see you as the cool girl in their life and they're very interested in that. So you might look through and say, hey, this is getting a lot of engagement. So hold that thought because we're going to see what we're going to do with that. But have an open mind, go through, try not to take it personal if the stuff you worked the hardest on got the lowest reach. It happens, it's pretty common. So let's data collect. Okay, so number two in growing our Instagram reach and in me reaching 100K Instagram reach in 30 days is what I call repost and remix. Okay, we're going to repost and remix. So, what this is going to look like is we are going to try to flow with our audience. So, what I mean by this is a lot of times, and I've done this too, okay? So, if you're doing this, you're in good company, like it happens. A lot of times we have a preset idea of what we want to be posting and what we want to do well and how we want to be seen and known, right? Like we have already decided I want to be known for this thing. This is my brand. This is the one thing. This is how I want it to look, right? I've already organized my colors, Ren. What are you talking about, right? We have this preset idea and we can almost like be too fixed in that. And so we're trying to force fetch to happen. No, we're trying to force this idea and this concept of how we want to be perceived out there versus listening to our audience and just flowing with what they want to see and what they like and what they share and all of that. Okay. Our audience, like your audience, is telling you what they want to see more of. And if you're brand new and you have a brand new account, this is just going to happen over time. Okay. You will start to see little trends. And if you have a small account, your top post might be top posts by 2 more likes, right? Or by like 100 more people saw it than didn't see it. But those are still important metrics. So I don't want you to count that down if there's not a huge difference between your top and your bottom. They're still giving you a direction of like more of this. We thought this was more interesting. So what you can do is you can literally repost. Okay, so you just copy paste or reshare or whatever the same exact thing. So I would say, to spread it out, if you're posting 3 times a week, I would maybe do something from the month before. Like we don't want it in the same kind of grid stack of like 12 or 16 posts. So don't do that like too close together, but just repost what's working. The other thing you can do is do a remix. So just recently, a post that's doing very well on my page personally is a post I wrote for Thanksgiving, okay? And I remixed it for spring and for spring break. And that remix is doing really well. I knew it would because the Thanksgiving one did really well, right? So you can remix it. You can use different colors. You can tweak the language a little bit. You could take something that did well as a carousel and make a reel of it, vice versa. You could take something that was a story that blew up and that you had so many viewers of and turn that into a post. Like we just need to be following where our audience is telling us they want us to go. And this already is going to help you so much. Like we should not be swimming upstream. We should not be trying to force our ideas on anyone else. We should just be doing what is going to attract those dream clients to you. So your dream clients, let's pause for a second. Your dream clients are local women. I'm sure you have different parameters, but they are these like beautiful local women that you want to find you and be inspired and be a part of your page and become clients. So part of that, and we're going to talk about this more in the next step, is we need to be creating more engagement content. So I feel like there's different kind of content in terms of like, there's posts that are going to drive sales, right? It's going to be like, I have 3 openings next week. DM me to claim which one you want, right? Like that is just going to drive booked appointments. We have an educational post that is going to be like, here is my client Susan and the beautiful blonde, like blonding work that I did on her last appointment. If you're blonde and you want your blonde to last longer in between appointments, here's 3 things you can do to keep your blonde looking bright in between appointments, right? So that's like an educational, you're sharing tips. What I think has changed in the past 6 months, in the past 3 months, is that we also need to be introducing viral content And what I consider viral content is content where you're literally encouraging your audience to comment. So that could be, and we want it to be local. So it's always going to be local focused. So I'm in Tampa. So an example would be, Tampa women are the hottest women because they deal with all the humidity and they still look fly, right? So what is that going to do? That if I'm a Tampa woman and I see that, I'm probably going to share that and be like, LMAO, so true, right? If I wanted people to tag their Tampa friends on it, I would say tag a Tampa woman who's going through a lot, but makes it look easy and is so inspiring to me, right? People are going to tag their Tampa friends. It's going to be a way of sending easily encouragement. So, is this hair related? No, but is it like a little spider web getting your dream clients to come and get stuck in the web? So then they're like, wait, this local hairstylist wrote this. That's so funny. That's so awesome. I want to follow her account and see what else she does. This is the stuff that we need to be kind of bringing in more. Okay. So, number one was look at your insights and find those top performing posts. Number two is repost and remix. So we are actually going to use those top performing posts and continue to create content off of those ideas. Flow with your audience. Don't fight your audience. Don't try to force your audience. We're going to flow with them. So number three is all about experimenting. So the way that we actually discover what's going to work better, what's not working so well, is by experimenting and putting out different things. So I just gave you a couple local examples that you could literally use word for word if you want to, like tag me. I want to see how they do, but we can experiment with putting out local content. Imagine if you took 3 minutes to go onto, for us, it's Creative Loafing in Tampa. So I could go to Creative Loafing's website. I could see 3 big events happening this weekend, and I could post that. The 3 coolest events happening in Tampa this weekend, swipe for some hair inspo. And I could just grab some pictures off of Pinterest. I could upload some pictures of my clients. But what am I doing? I am creating something that local people are going to want to see and tap into. So they have extra reason to follow you. So sometimes, we just want people to follow us because they like looking at pretty hair. But the main reasons people follow accounts is connection. It's they relate to it. It's inspirational, or they're learning something. So I feel like for hairstylists specifically, the most we can do is be relatable. That's those Tampa posts, right? Like that's your city posts. That's being relatable. We're going to educate through what I call like blog posts, right? It's those tip posts, tip reels, tip carousels, all of that. And then we're going to drive sales into our business with booking appointments, talking about the importance of rebooking, the importance of the hair care that we recommend and have in our salons and everything like that. So this is how you are going to be able to, double your reach in 30 days by listening to your audience. So I hope that this has been really helpful for you guys. I am so excited by all of the potential out there. I say this all the time, but Instagram is the absolute, it has just changed and opened the door and leveled the playing field for so many hairstylists out there. And we just have the best opportunity. So anytime you are feeling frustrated, anytime you are getting discouraged with how your growth, engagement, reach, whatever is going on Instagram, the first thing that I want you to do, instead of blaming the algorithm, complaining about Instagram in general, is I just want you to get into your own analytics, dive in, and really see what's going on. If every time you post that style of a reel or that style of a post, it doesn't do well, stop posting that. Stop spending time making that. Spend time trying something else, making something else, and doing something that's already proven that it works. My last bonus tip for you guys is really all about the golden rule, okay? When it comes to the algorithm, how it works is your content is shown to people who have the highest chance of liking it and engaging with it. So that could be they've engaged with you before. That could be they engage with accounts like yours. They search for accounts like yours, all of that. We can hack this process, honestly. We can totally make this process go faster in terms of getting our profile shown to more people by us going out and engaging with the people we want to see our page. Okay. So when we spend time, so 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, when we spend time going out there and finding our dream clients' profiles, and we're following, commenting, liking, hearting their stories, whatever, when we're engaging with them and they are coming to our page to be like, who is this that's liking my page? We are already showing Instagram that we have a relationship. They should see my content more. When the algorithm has been at its worst, the students in luxury client method, like the hairstylist and luxury client method, have gotten, like, they've just done so well, gotten so many clients signed up through Instagram, gotten tons of requests, followers, reach, all of that, not because of anything else except listening to the content that their audience wants to see and then spending their time going out and doing what you want people to do for you. If you are stingy, and I said this in my Instagram the other day, if you are stingy about dropping a comment on someone's profile, about liking their page, about following them, like so often I hear hairstylists be like, but isn't that weird? Like, isn't it weird if I like or engage with a random person's Instagram page? If that's what you're thinking, you're just going to be attracting people who think like that about you. You could have people finding your page and being like, it's weird, it's stalker for me to like just go out and engage with people. Let's just be social. Let's just have fun. Well, I like to see it is like you're out there sharing some positivity. You're out there just sharing some like love and support and encouragement. That's all that likes are. That's all that hearts are on stories is like, I hear you. I see you, what you're doing. And like, I support this, you know? So let's just put our best foot forward. Stop bang your head against the wall doing things that aren't working and just get back out there, be social, have fun with building your business. I know it can feel like a second job, like running an Instagram account, but it only feels like that when you don't know what you're doing and you're not getting very good results and reactions to what you're doing. So the more you can fine tune this process, the more fun it becomes. Once you start getting the people in and getting the reach and all of that, you're going to start to love it because you're good at it. We usually just don't like things and feel drained by things when we're just not good at them yet. So use these tips from today's training to go out there, get great at it, attract tons of new people to your profile. And then, of course, that last step would be turning your followers into paid clients. So if you do have room for 4+ new clients a week, come on over to my Instagram page. It's at Ren Lopa Official and DM me the word clients. I would love to see how my high-level mentorship luxury client method could work for you. Like I said, hairstylists are doing really well in there, having their highest months ever, their highest weeks ever, just now, happening right now, like in February, which is traditionally a slow season. Like when you know what you're doing, there's no slow season. There is no bad economy. There is no like bad algorithm. Like you are able to make the most of each and every situation. And it is the most empowering thing ever. So I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.